How many of you guys have had an amazing teacher? A teacher who was passionate, knowledgeable, caring, smart? Almost everyone. How many of you have had more than 5? More than 10? No one. How come that is when we have about 50 teachers or even more? It's because our education system is failing, and we need to fix it. And when most people think of education reform, they think of, let's add more testing, let's create more standards. But what we need is an education reform at the collegiate level. The average student loan debt is $35,000, and this is economically unsustainable. College graduates are going to live back with their parents, and they're not able to make big investments into our community or our society, and that's hurting our economy. And the average starting salary for a teacher is $34,000. So teachers are making less than what they owe, which is ridiculous. So a lot of teachers who care a lot and are passionate about their students get burnt out and aren't able to be as creative or innovative as they want to because they're weighed down by all this debt that they have. Also, with all these Common Core and standardized testing, teachers aren't able to be as creative as they want. They have to conform and they have to follow the curriculum that was given to them by the government or their superiors, and not something that they came up with themselves. So we're creating conformity in our teachers, and that's going on to our students. So we realized that our system is failing. What system can work? If we look at Finland, this is a global test from 2009, and the blue is Finland in reading, math, and science score, and the purple is the United States, and we're way below what they are. And so what is Finland doing? Well, they realized they needed an education reform as well a few years ago. And so they started by reforming how they educated teachers. And first of all, they had free tuition. So no, the teachers didn't have $35,000 of debt when they first started working. And also, the teaching program was 5 years long. And in this 5 years, they studied, researched, and practiced. So they did a lot of student teaching. And they worked a lot with students with disabilities. And they specialized more into what they wanted to teach. And after these 5 years, they had master's degrees. So they were well-respected members of the community in our society. The motto of Finland's education is trust through professionalism. So the teachers were given full autonomy in their lesson planning and the curriculum. So the teachers were trusted to choose what the students should learn, to choose what would be best for the students to know and how they should learn it. And a lot of the teachers worked together in planning this curriculum. And there weren't any standardized testing or any national scores that they had to live up to. Teachers were free to be as creative and innovative as they wanted in their classroom. And this is just one of Finland's schools, and that looks like a fun school to go to. And Finland also is one of the greenest countries. They invest 3.4% of their GDP in research and development, and most of that goes into green development. And with all of this and with all of the trusting and the creativity that's going on in there, their teachers are more passionate, they're more knowledgeable and caring, and their students are then more knowledgeable and they're more passionate about what they're learning and their creativity. And so what can we do about it in the US? First of all, we can lower the cost of education. No one wants to be tied down by $35,000 of debt when they're 21. And we should have more specialization in education. And so teachers should specialize more in what they want to teach. So if someone wants to teach kindergarten, they'll work more on younger children. And if they want to teach high school science, they should specialize more in that area. And also, we need to give them more freedom and creativity in their lesson planning. We should get rid of standardized testing and Common Core and let the teachers and the educators figure out what is best for the students. This will, all in all, help the economy because teachers and other college graduates won't be tied down by debt and not able to make big investments in our economy. It'll help the social aspect because teachers will be well-respected members of the community. In Finland, they're regarded as high as doctors and lawyers because they've worked so hard to get where they want to be. And it can also help our environment. Because in Finland, this is the capital, and look how green and creative that is. And that's because they're creative and they're innovative. And their students are able to think outside of the box and think of new ways to solve problems that we're facing. And so in the US, if we really want to make a difference in our education system and make a difference in our world and our environment, it needs to start with our teachers. They need to be more creative and have more freedom. And all in all, teach kids that it's okay to color outside of the box. Thank you.